Welcome to this week's legislative report. This week, the legislature advanced the state's mainline budget, deficit appropriations, and fund transfer bills from the second round of debate. An amendment was adopted to the transfer bill to extend the county bridge match program until 2029. It's currently scheduled to sunset in June of this year. The program provides funding for the repair and replacement of county bridges and creates increased efficiencies through the bundling of projects. Final reading on the budget bills is planned for next Wednesday and Thursday. On Tuesday, senators will begin first-round debate on a Revenue Committee priority bill that would incorporate 20 other bills. LB 727 would include measures to limit the refundable income tax credit to the 5 most recent taxable years of income, and to allow the state to issue $450 million of bonds for roads. An amendment is expected that would revise inheritance tax reporting, as well as make revisions to property tax postcard notices, treasurer's deeds, and homestead exemption applications for veterans. That will be followed by debate on LB 574, a bill to prohibit gender-affirming medical care for youth. An amendment has been offered that would replace the bill with a 12-week abortion ban and lessen the restrictions on medical care that were originally proposed by LB 574. In order to adopt the amendment, the legislature would have to return the bill to select file. If the amendment is not returned to select file, the bill will be voted on final reading. Governor Jim Pillen's property and income tax relief packages and a school funding proposal advanced from select file this week. The property tax package was amended to remove language that would reset the value on property to the prior year's rate if the Tax Equalization and Review Commission had not rendered an opinion before the time the first half of taxes become delinquent. NACO raised questions about the constitutionality of this concept, and Senator Steve Erdman asked to have it pulled from the bill. Applicants for broadband bridge and universal service funds would have to replace equipment on cell towers that's deemed to be a threat to national security by this fall, under language in an amendment that was adopted to LB 683. The bill was returned to select file for the amendment to replace the January 2025 deadline with an effective date 3 calendar months after the session adjourns. Based on the June 9th adjournment date, the deadline to replace equipment would be September 10th. Other provisions of the bill would create the Nebraska Broadband Office within the Department of Transportation. Currently, the Public Service Commission administers broadband issues. The department would be headed by a Director of Broadband who would be appointed by the Governor. The bill also revises the One Call Act that requires anyone who is planning a digging project to request underground utilities to mark their lines.